What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So a couple weeks ago I put out a video for the JohnnyFPV Edition QAV-S, and it was just a frame video where I just put it together for people that don't know how it goes together. There weren't any videos online, so I went ahead and just made one. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and go to the link in the description and check that out if you need to. But since then I have thrown on some components, and one of the first things I'm going to go over are the motors. And if you can see, they are the Blackbird 1950 kV motors. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I'm a huge T-motor fan. They're pretty much the only motors I use, and I love Blackbird, so I decided to give these a try on this frame. The ESC is an Xrotor 60 amp. Johnny uses this all the time, especially paired with Flightone, and that's what we'll be checking out today too, is the Lightning H7. For Flightone, I did try Flightone in the past, basically when it first got popular, and I got a lot of yaw twitches from it, and some of the other things with making the components all work together, it just wasn't registering for some reason, so I kind of gave up on it back then and went right back to Betaflight. But we're gonna give it a second chance today because I've seen a lot of good videos and a lot of cool flight edits using this flight controller, so we're gonna give it another go. The camera is a Foxeer Toothless 2. Also haven't tried it, but heard a lot of good things. It's got Crossfire, a TBS Unify. This is the 5-volt. Now with this, I did have the Pro 32, which goes up to 1 watt, but for some reason I was getting a ton of noise in my goggle feed, so I switched it out so that I could connect to the 5-volt regulator on the flight controller, and no video issues after that. So that was a good switch on that one. The antenna is the new Triumph antenna, I believe, and we're gonna rock a good old Session 5. So and the props, the peanut butter and jelly props, obviously it's my favorite prop right now, ever since putting them on the KISS build I did, which you can check the link in the description for that as well. We will be doing a follow-up on that in the coming days, so make sure you check that out. But anyway, we're gonna throw some stick cam on here and put it out in this park, hopefully not crash it like I did the KISS build. And yeah, we'll give Flightone another go and see if it's really as good as they say, I guess. All right, let's fire this up. So since I'm not at all familiar with the rate system on Flightone, I just kind of went with the Blackbird preset because it only seemed fitting with the Blackbird motors, so that's not bad. I like the way he has y'all set up, pretty close to how I would run it. The tune is also Blackbird's. It looked like he has a lot of D, at least from my Betaflight standpoint. And I'm kind of hearing a lot of prop fluttering, I guess is what it's called, when you have too much D, so I'll probably lower that. So far it's locked in for sure. Rates are pretty high, but I usually run pretty high rates anyway. Definitely feels really good on the sticks. So the build itself, I believe, is 750 grams, something like that. The tune is certainly locked. I just need to lower that D gain a little bit. These motors are freaking way more powerful than what I'm used to. I don't normally run such high kV, but I like how much is on this one. Let's see, how locked in is it? Don't want to crash in the snow because I don't conformal coat anything. Video signal's really good. So far, I like the tune. I also like the rates. I really wouldn't change. Maybe give it a little bit more expo. But the amount of control, Flightone is definitely more than hype, I would say. Now I don't know if it's just the build combo or the F7, or the H7 I should say. Oh, I lost video. Oh. Yeah. I'm not sure why I lost video, but that always seems to be the case when I'm testing something out. I think it might have been my actual goggles, because I was not really facing it. Let's see, is anything broken? No, looks good, looks good. There's nothing broken. GoPro stopped recording. Probably just really cold, but it is super cold out here, so that'll probably do it for this test. And if it gets a little warmer, I'll come back out and get another battery in, but so far I'm really liking Flightone. It flies super good, super locked in, very minimal tuning. I'll probably tweak the rates just a little bit so that they feel more familiar to me. I'll lower the D gain from Blackbird's tune, just because I can hear a lot of prop fluttering, and normally that's because it's got too high a D. Yeah, the frame, super solid, super light, feels good in the air. So I'll definitely, and the video's back. I don't know what that was all about, but we'll check it out when I get home. It's a little too cold. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I didn't really get too much out of it. It's just super freaking cold, and I don't feel like being out here too long, but it flies good. I like it better than Kiss, for sure. Right off the bat, I like it better than Kiss. I think a lot of it has to do with these motors too. That high KV, it's just got a hell of a lot more torque and a lot of top end to pop up wherever you need to go, get yourself out of a bind. So the motors themselves are great. I will definitely be looking more into higher KV motors on 6S, because it's just, it feels a lot more fun, a lot more powerful. But yeah, anyway, yeah, check this frame out. Get FPV has them. They're like 90 bucks. Very highly recommend them. Simple to put together, as you can see in my last build video. But other than that, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for an update on the Kiss build. I've got it repaired. It ended up popping the ESC on the last video, and 2 of the motors got burnt up because I didn't have turtle mode set up. So it's not Kiss's fault, it's not the build's fault, it's user error. So we got that all fixed up, and I'll get that out soon just to give an update and get a better idea of Kiss in general. Thanks for checking out the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.